All right, rehearsal season is officially heating up. We got new staging details and photos from the big four. Some of these staging sounds insane. Italy has gone for a full cinematic wedding. Germany have gold fire and a mysterious reveal. France sounds incredibly artistic and dramatic. And the UK is basically turning the Eurovision stage into a chaotic synth office party. So let's break down what's changed, what actually matters visually, and who are the biggest winners and losers of the big four. Starting with Italy, and wow, this sounds like pure Eurovision theater. Italy has turned this into a full-on 4-act wedding story. From the groom getting suited up, to the ceremony itself, to a huge Naples-style reception at the end. We're getting chandeliers, fireworks, lemon trees, ballroom scenes, even backflips in the middle of the reception. Compared to Sanremo, where there's actually no staging, this just sounds theatrical and intricate. And honestly, I think this is exactly what the song needed. It sounds classy, memorable, and very Italian. Okay, let's check out the photos, because if these visuals look as expensive and atmospheric as they sound, Italy may genuinely have something very special here. Okay, first photo. A stunning white wedding. Yeah, the styling here looks really high quality. It feels like they've gone all in. Background visuals not giving us much. And then the second photo, him belting out vocals. The lemon tree is a nice little tease. Background wise here, I don't feel like they're giving us a lot. I thought it would be more like warm colors on the screens. If this has been stripped back to a black and white color palette on the screens, that may help it look more elevated and polished rather than cheesy. But I kind of expected like my big fat Italian wedding with the visuals to go with that. And then here we get on the screens like probably the big mansion where they're having the wedding. And yeah, it looks luxurious, but it looks a little bit distant. I hope it becomes immersive. And then the bride interacting with the dancers. I don't know what's going on there. Is she gonna have an affair? Probably. I feel like these photos aren't giving us a lot, so I'm gonna have to hold back my judgment on this. I expected to be more blown away by the immersive theatrical setting, and I feel like they're not actually showing us that. I still think from the description that this sounds so promising that Italy could be a contender for top 5 and will definitely be in the top 10. I think this is in its own lane. It has broad appeal. A lot of different people seem to secretly love this song, one included. And I think with this ambitious staging, it probably will land. Next up, Germany. And this sounds very Eurovision-y in the best possible way. Germany are going all in on gold, fire, and spectacle here. Sarah's in a gold bodysuit with flame details, full of rhinestones, with 4 gold-clad dancers backing her up throughout. And yes, this ends in a massive pyro. Of course it does. What's really interesting is that Germany is hiding big parts of the performance. The rehearsal notes literally censor one of the big moments, which usually means they think they've got a real shock factor reveal. And this song always needed big staging, and it seems like Germany is fully committing to it. Honestly, this could be Germany's strongest visual package in years. Okay, the first photo, mid-performance, her outfit looks less like tacky goldy and more expensive. Obviously the red lighting, the black boots, the gold outfit, it's a nod to the German flag. Okay, the second photo, the lighting looks beautiful. It's definitely an upgrade from the lighting in the national final. And this kind of takes it away from being like constantly in your face about fire. And the lighting goes really well with the cube that she's standing on, which kind of looks rich. So I like that. And then the smoke sets the atmosphere. Ooh, and this last photo is impressive. Here, the fire is in your face, and obviously they have to serve that to us. I love how real the fire looks on the screen. It's almost like that is actually pyro, but I'm pretty sure that's on the LEDs. The framing of her kind of dark from then the lighter red behind her, so she really pops, and then standing on this kind of burning cube adds intensity to it. Yeah, I love this visual. And then the cheeky posing, like we've got attitude. My only concern is she gonna be stuck on this cube? We know how that worked out for Lazara. Are the dancers still gonna feel like they're part of the same performance? And that we're getting a big choreo upgrade. I need a dance break worthy of the name. But yeah, this feels like a big upgrade, and honestly, I think Germany needs it. Wouldn't be shocked if this still lands in the bottom 5 because we've got stronger girly bops this year. This is pretty generic. Yeah, I'm sorry, Germany. Next up, France sounds incredibly dramatic. Monroe starts in thick smoke on a small platform, then spends the whole performance marching down this huge catwalk towards the front of the stage. The whole thing sounds inspired by French romantic paintings with a black and white visual style throughout. Monroe is dressed fully in white in a huge bell-shaped skirt, while 5 dancers dressed fully in black physically hold her back throughout parts of the performance. And apparently the ending is so climactic, it literally has a double ending with firework visuals and big smoke pillars. Okay, let's check out the photos because France may look absolutely breathtaking or completely overdramatic. Yeah, this is big drama. I love the smoke. I love the lighting. Her outfit, yeah, now I get the bell-shaped skirt. Like, that looks huge and it looks stunning. Yeah, the fashion is fashioning. This is a strong opening photo. The second photo, oh, we're definitely getting some French drama here. Yeah, she's a strong performer, especially for her age. I just hope that it don't come across as like overacting because that might be disconnecting with viewers. But yeah, the choreo here looks very artistic, intense, contemporary. Love it. Then the last photo, it feels like we're getting the marching, we're getting the impact, she's owning the stage. Otherwise, not much more. Again, it seems like the big 4 are holding their cards pretty tightly to their chests and they want to save the full impact for next week because they don't need to create a buzz now in order to get into the final because they're already in. But yeah, I think France looks polished, ambitious, dramatic. If this lands, this could definitely do super well, especially with the juries. And now the UK, and this sounds chaotic in the best kind of way. Look Mom No Computer, the artist, has turned the whole stage into this huge office space inspired by the music video, with rows of desks and dancers wearing computer monitors as heads. But as the song builds, the whole office turns into this giant synth performance space. He's also keeping his signature boiler suit look, just upgraded with a more stylish dusky pink version and Doc Martens. This kind of sounds like what we've expected. So UK could either have one of the most memorable stagings of the year or the messiest. But let's check out the photos. Ooh, I'm not sure this is working for me. The fluffy computer heads look very like gimmicky. The colors go well together. It stands out. It kind of has its own color palette. This feels almost like it's appealing to children visually more than the music video, where it was darker, it was strong red colors. That felt more in line with his brand and the music. Obviously, the big synthesizers and keyboard, that's very him. He works with that, he creates that, and it goes with the vibe of the song, but it doesn't really add a message for me. Then the second photo, here I'm actually a lot more wowed. I like the color palette, this kind of mint green with the teal green. It's quite unique this year, so that stands out. I also feel like his synth performance space looks less messy and more polished than in the music video. Yeah, this is a good shot. I'm really in two minds about this now. And then this last photo, we're getting pyro. The color palette has changed again. It's now purple with his pink. This is beautiful. It stands out. But I'm not sure it will help them get any more votes. Do I think this is another nil point? Probably not. But is it gonna wow people? I'm not so sure either. I feel like this staging has potential to work. The color palette is risky. Does it really appeal? And nothing in the photos have kind of moved the needle in me being more confident in him as a performer. Risky color palette, but otherwise pretty safe staging choices. Stuck with his brand, but elevated. So it looks promising. So yeah, I think these delegations are being pretty careful and not revealing too much information at this point, especially not with the photos. But based on what we've seen so far, France is probably the one that has visually impressed me the most. It feels artistic, dramatic, and very well thought through. Germany also feels like a genuine glow up from the national finals. The polish and the scale finally seems to match her as an artist. Italy is harder to fully judge right now because so much of the performance will depend on movement, camera work, storytelling, but it looks expensive and it definitely seems promising. And the UK, honestly, I still need convincing. I respect how creative and different it is, but whether it actually comes together visually is another question entirely. But yeah, let me know what you think down in the comments. Who of the big four impressed you most after these rehearsals? And who are you most excited to see the video clips of tomorrow? So I'll be doing reactions to that. So make sure you like and subscribe to get all the reactions both this week and next big week with the live shows. Hope to see you in another video soon. Bye.